Hi everybody, it's Julie, and today we are going to be working with book pages. So I have several book pages here. I don't actually have my Reader's Digest close by that we used, but I have the work. And so this is the journal that we are working in. Our Reader's Digest journal, and these are from yesterday's tutorial. Today we're going to be working with book pages. So pages that if you've torn up a book, you've got book pages probably, and you can just go ahead and rip them out. Now, one of the cool things about some of the books is you may find yourself with a really pretty inside cover page, blank pages sometimes even in between the chapters, they'll put a blank page or they'll put a page with a picture. And so I'm just going to go ahead and grab us a couple more pages, just so we have them. Okay, so I have this batch of pages that have already been turned into things, and so of course, you know, I am on a kick right now to use up some of the things on my desk. So here we have, this could be like a border tuck, it could be a bookmark, and it's just been folded into pieces. We have this one here that can be closed and be a pocket here, and then it could be, you could add another pocket by folding this down, and that would give you a second, and you can put it in that way, or you can have it be tucks, so like this, and you're able to open it up. The really cool thing about book paper is you can go ahead and put things on top of it however you want to be using it. So you can use blank paper and put it on top, lined papers, pretty decorative papers. So here we have a flip up, flip down. This one is made to look like an envelope when it's folded. Here we have, this is an envelope. Okay, so it can be folded up and it can be an envelope. These are just a couple of papers out of a book. You can go through and use die cuts or just cut out tickets or tags out of your book pages. Here's another one of, gotta have a lot of those. This one was meant to just like be a hinge. This one's a little different in that it folds to this side here. See, we have that one with no back. So this would just be your tuck or pocket, and then you have a place that you can go ahead and open it there. And then we have my favorite book page pocket, and we've ripped here. So so that gives us some ideas. And so let's go ahead, and how would we go about decorating this? Now we're going to be making some other things besides what you see here. I just want to show you that you can go ahead and let's, you know what, in my box I think I have, okay, we've got those that we can use, and we have some scrap pieces that we can use. Might as well use what we've got, right? Okay, so now one of the things we can do is we can go ahead and line this whole page with a okay, so we can line this whole page with one of these. I'm trying to find the, it's right here next to me. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, move it over. Come on down. There's that one. And there's that one. Okay, so that will be able to put right inside there. Okay, and so let's go ahead. We'll use our a glue stick. Now you can also oh, where to go this time? You can also use your book to for distressing on or gluing. Okay, so if we go ahead and put this down, we do want it straight. And I am going to put some washi over on the right hand side because I don't want the sentence to show up. If it bothers you, then cover it. If it doesn't bother you, don't worry about it. I'm going to use this sand color washi. You can still see through it too much. Okay, and with washi you can just rip it. Okay, go ahead and come to the edge here. We'll want to cut that piece of washi off. But now we have this writing area. We can write in that whole area. Okay, so we can write in that whole area. Now this can be a top tuck. Okay, so that you would put something up in there that way. I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of this striped washi that we've been using, and that will give us some more interest there. And then let's go ahead and see if, yeah, we do. Look at there. Okay, so if I take this and if I cut it edge to edge to right there. Okay, so edge to edge where I marked it to. And we can go ahead and add that right on top of there. So why book page? Well, sometimes it's because you do want to see the book page. Sometimes it's just because, you know, it would be wasted paper that you're not going to see anyways. I am using lightweight scrapbook paper to cover it. Okay, so this can either go this way or this way. And so now we're going to decide, and we'll go ahead and use our postage. There we go. And let's decide here. Is this going to go down in the bottom? With her right there. Oh, I kind of like her down there. Okay, so we're going to put her down there. And here we go. We'll go ahead and add her right here. So we can go ahead and now we have this little pocket and we've made it using book page. So there's one. So another thing that you can do is the glue. That is totally stuck. Okay, so let's go ahead and... Okay, so we have a tag. Now, book page tag is a great idea. Things just sticking to each other. And, but probably want to be able to write on one side. So if we go ahead and we'll go ahead and add this to this little background paper. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and just put that on. Okay, there we go. You can use your fancy scissors to go around it if you want to. I'm just going to use my regular scissors. I am going to leave a little bit of a border because why not, you know? Up here we'll go across. We'll leave our little bit of a border. And come down the edge with a little bit of a border. Okay, so you've seen where we've taken and put the napkin on before. So let's see if we have, we have this shell right here. I think that shell would look really cool. This big shell might look really cool. Okay. So very sad to hear that so many Tuesday mornings are closing. Oh my gosh. It looks like the one that I go to usually gets to stay. And I didn't recognize the streets of any of the other ones, so I think my other one's okay too. I'm doing the dry, I call it dry decoupage technique. I'm going to go around the edge here. And then on the lines where the shell would be, so that when that glue shows up, it looks like it's part of the decoration. Okay, so go ahead and lift it up. I'm going to put it up high on here, and the cool thing about a napkin is you're going to be able to see the writing. You'll see it through the image, which I think is really one of the cool things about using book page. Okay, let's come down and clean this up in case any glue got on the table. Okay, so we have our beautiful shell, and then I do have some of the pictures that we had cut out before or ripped out, and so you can just go ahead and add right on top, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and put her on there. So by adding that, even though it was really thin paper behind it, adding the book page and the glue, you'll get a more substantial tag. Yet it's not super thick either. Okay. Okay, go like that. And of course you could have came in and put the, I'm gonna okay, so, and then you can just go ahead and collage it like you have or would, like you have the other pages, or like you would. So with a little bit of washi, okay, and then maybe some of the beach words we can add to that. And then we have our cool net that we've been using, as well as some of the fabric. So I think we'll use a piece of the fabric up here at the top. I really like the golden. And we'll just go ahead, put that there, add just a little piece of the net. Okay, just like that. And yeah, I'm going to bring out my stapler. I like to staple the tags because it also helps with bulk. Okay, so there you have a messy tag top on top of this. It's going to take a while for that to dry. I think I do want to add something here. To me, it's just missing something. Maybe if I'd have put the shell on top. Okay, so we can go ahead and add that. And maybe a piece of this little one. Okay, so there's making a tag using the, it says when she returned to California after that sum. Okay, so but that gives us a second one. So we've got this. This could actually fit into there. Okay, and we do have this color scheme going on our little in our journal. Okay, oh, we got fluff. Okay, so now we have an envelope that has been made using the punch board, the envelope punch board, and we can go ahead and just add some glue here. Okay. Now, depending on how you plan to use your envelope, one of the things that you can do is you can go ahead and add a piece that is going to go down and be on the inside. Okay, we're going to cut the edges off the the sides here. So depending on how you want your envelope to look, if you're going to use it as a pocket, then you might want to decorate it like this. Of course, you can decorate it as an envelope and use it like an envelope and have it be a floating envelope. Okay, so this is going to go ahead. We're going to open this up and set that in. And align the top. Okay, so we stuffed our envelope. Okay, and covered up the wording. Covered up the wording, which, you know, sometimes you're going to find that you're going to definitely want to cover up wording. Let's see. Okay, so they're all that big. Okay, so we can go ahead and you can cover this up like this if you want to. You don't have to cover it at all. Okay. Now we can go ahead and add a picture, or we can use more of the napkin here. Okay, I think we'll use this little shell right here. Okay, and I have some other embellishments coming up with this book page. We'll be making a paper clip and a paper ruffle. Okay, so that can just go on there. And you kind of want to make sure that it's in the right orientation, and so that you want to make sure you're putting your glue on the back side. This one has words on it. If it doesn't have words, it doesn't probably really matter. But if it has things that should be in a certain orientation, now I'm just adding some little dots in there that will help hold this down. And there we go. Okay, so there. Just go ahead and tap it down. If you gently go and push it towards the outside, usually if you've gone around the outside with your glue, then there's places that you can grab some glue that will go under. Okay, so there is our shell, and so let's go ahead and add. We have these girls. All they need is one cut, and they can. Okay, if this was an actual envelope, we'll put it so that the stamp is up there in that corner. And yes, you can see that my letters are upside down because even after talking about the orientation, my envelope is upside down. So it's okay. You'll be more careful than I was. And it's not about what it says there anyway, it's about the texture that that having the book page can do. Okay, so here we have our cancellation. Just add that. You'll see me use that a lot. Right? Okay, so there is using a, well, we used a punch board and made this okay. If we do this, we can go ahead and add a tuck to the front. Okay, so let's go there. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this corner to corner. So corner up here, corner, okay. So we have that. And we'll have this. Corner to corner. Okay, then we can add this and it'll be a little tuck down here. But just wanting you to see that you don't have to leave the words showing. You can cover them up. And we'll just put that just like that. Okay, and that can come down and okay, so we'll have that. Let's go ahead and you can put this and it will hold that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, put this down. I'm at the end of my glue. I have to go get glue today. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so there's that. And once it's dry, it'll be easier to pull this up. We can add a card inside there. So there is an envelope made out of a book page. Okay, so another thing that I do like to do is, let's see, if we measure our journal page, okay, so 7 1/4. You all remember it's written right up there. And so I'm going to cut this at 7 1/4. And I'm going to have some little pieces that are the same length as my page, okay? And so we're going to go ahead and just cut out a couple of the pieces. They do not need to be super straight, which is a good thing, right? Okay, so we have these two pieces, and we can take our book page. Remember, I did come back and pull out a couple of full-size book pages. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and rip, and rip. Okay, you see I'm actually holding with my left and tearing with my left. I want the edge is what I was going for there. Okay, and so this one, can go ahead. Okay, so we can go ahead and make a ruffle, a paper ruffle, using our book page. Now, you can go ahead and sew this or glue it. You just go ahead and ruffle your book page just like that. Okay. And then you can go ahead and add and you can either put this on the front of your okay, and I'm going to go ahead and add a bit of glue down there, see if that helps keep it closed. It might not. Okay, so just like this. Of course, your fabric tack would dry faster. Okay, so just like that. Now you could go ahead and sew this on here, but I don't have the sewing machine set up right here, so I'm not going to be doing that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm putting this on there. Okay, and there we have a paper ribbon strip. Okay, and I purposely weaved it around like that. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of washi tape. So there we have our paper ruffle. And the cool thing about this type of paper ruffle is you can have these made ahead of time and then be able to go and use them as you need them. We did make them the size of the paper so that we can go ahead and use them like that. But you know, you don't have to use it as a full side of the page. Okay, so another thing that we can do with these strips is you can go ahead and if you do them like in a triangle, okay, like this, okay, so it's a slant, so it's got an angle to it. And probably don't need to start till about there. And then you have something that you can use to build your circle on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to put glue. Actually, let's go ahead and switch to fabric tack just because it dries faster, and of course it also takes longer to get down to the I'm still gonna buy new glue, even though I was able to fix. I've used so much. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna start it up here. I want to go all the way to the edge, and then I'm gonna come down here, and then just about between right around a 1/2 inch is where we'll end it. down here. Okay, and we are going to go ahead and roll this up, and this will give us a paper bead. Now, I had a couple people ask about the paper beads in yesterday's video, and that's what prompted this whole thing. I was like, okay. Okay, so you're going to want to go ahead and get it started on whatever, if you have a skewer. Okay, and then you can, once you get it started, then you can go ahead and just roll it. Getting it started is the hardest part. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put some glue right there, and that will help to, there we go. Okay, now we're just, okay, and you see how we have it in a triangle. Add some more glue because I think it was already gonna dry. Okay, and so we're trying to keep it centered. That doesn't always happen either, but you'll see we are making a bead, and because we went up or went in at the angle, our bead is got a little bit of chunk to it. Okay, so there's our bead. We're going to go ahead and let this dry, and so that of course gives us a bead. And if you can imagine, you can make smaller beads like this. Okay, and then if you want it to be fatter, then you want it to be, you want the angle to be more. Okay, so this would give you a bead that is going to be this long, and it's going to be more rounded because as it goes on top, it's going right on top of each other, and it'll go out. Okay, so there is our big long bead out of paper, and I think this is pretty cool. So now you can go ahead, and with this I would probably go ahead and add another piece underneath here just because it's wanting to do the accordion thing. If you're going to be putting it straight into your journal, then you won't need this extra step. It's almost like we have a air bubble, or an air hole. Okay, so we're going to go up and down like that. And you can use, if you have a piece of book page, go ahead and use it, because you know, it's like free paper. because I used the book to make a journal. Okay, so see that evened that out. And so there's our paper ribbon. So next we're going to do something really fun. We're going to go ahead and make a paper clip. I'm going to go ahead and pull out one of the charms that we made yesterday. And so let's see, do we have one that is made into a charm? Well, we have a shell, so we'll just use the shell. I kept playing after yesterday's video was over. That's going to be my charm for the front of the journal. Okay, so we are going to want to put our shell in, and I want it to be in on this side, okay? And that's going to be the outside of, actually it doesn't really matter, because this one we're going to make as make it into, well, here, we'll put it here. Okay, now to make a paper clip, we can go ahead and use our paper. Want to measure measure the middle of our paper clip just like that. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my paper clip like this. Okay, so I've gone ahead and put my paper inside my paper clip. I'm going to go ahead and put the glue on, including on the metal of the paper clip. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one down and hold it. Then I'm going to take this one and bring it up. Okay. Okay. So now we need it to go to, for it to be still be a paper clip. You see, we're going to want to go ahead and, you know what, let's just put some glue on the inside edge of this, just like that. We'll go ahead and let's rip it. Go ahead and rip it. Have things stick to your fingers. Okay, now we want to pull this piece over. Okay, I'm going to pull this piece over and I want it to go under this part of the paper clip. Okay, and we can go ahead and use a piece of something that's plastic and put it in there so that it's holding it and keeping it from drying onto the paper. We don't want the paper to adhere to itself. Okay, hear the, I don't know if we have just a really big airplane or we have a jet. We've been having jets lately, so which is kind of cool. Okay, so this is, that one's going to dry. So that's doing it so that you still have the paper clip is still usable. Okay, and we've got our cool little charm on the outside and it's still a paper clip. So next we can make a charm that we can use in our journal, and we're going to go ahead and come back to our paper, and we want to make sure that we leave some area on both sides. So I did this way back when I used to do the Stamp Away Saturday. We can't find the video, but I found the paper clip the other day. Now I don't know where it's at, but so done this several times before. That was with labels. Actually, we used labels, we stamped on them and made paperclip charms. Of course, that series was all about using your stamps. And, okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and okay. And we're going to just wrap it around a few times. Of course, you can do this with scrapbook paper and other things as well, but it's pretty fun to use your book page because, you know, when you're talking about getting through your scrapbook stash, or if you're a journal maker, actually, you probably have some book pages to use up. Okay, now if it comes out and it's on a good word, you can go ahead and leave your word. If you're not happy with your word, you can go ahead and take that off. I'm wondering if I... Okay, you can also put washi tape around. Okay. And you can do washi tape instead of your book page. It's kind of cool to have both on here. Okay, so that will give you a cool little charm. And then you can come in and add a little charm to the edge. Let's see if we have... I made several yesterday, but I did end up, at the end, I came in and I used most of what I had made. Okay, so we can go ahead and take this and add it. You can put it on ahead of time, or if you just make a bunch of the charms that are book page, because that's pretty generic to have book page charms, right? So you could use them for any theme. Okay. So I'm just going around and making the ring that will hold our little rock. Okay, and that'll be a charm. Okay, and then we can actually add that to the front of our journal as well, or possibly to our charms that we'll be adding in. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got. I do have one more thing to show you, because I know several of you are new to the channel, and so we will be showing you one of my other favorite things to make. So here's our bead. Our bead is made. Okay, we have our paper clip, and that one we went ahead and wrapped inside the paper clip, so it's still a paper clip. This one we wrapped around it. It became a charm. We'll be able to attach it to something there. We made our ruffled paper ribbon. Okay, and you can see that you could have these ready. They could be really generic, and then you could just add your washi tape. You could add it, you know, on top of fabric if you wanted to, and you know, just get a whole other look. You could add some of the net on there, but that is our paper ribbon. We did an envelope. Of course, you could use any kind of die cut. You could make like a coin envelope out of it, and then this is just going to come down and should close. Okay, I'll be fixing that. Sometimes we just have to fix things, and maybe we'll make it look like it was on purpose by using the postal scissors. Okay, so that'll come down and it will go underneath there. Okay, so envelope or other die cuts. making tucks and different kinds of things by covering your book page, and then you're able to glue it here and here into your journal and you have a tuck space, or using it and making tags. And this feels amazing. It is a great thickness, and we used napkin over the top of our book page so you can see it through there, and then added washi tape, and you can see through the washi tape. It just gives that little bit of illusion. I think that's pretty amazing. So if you're here for the premiere, I want to say hi. I'm waving. Hello and welcome. If you're new to our channel, please come into the chat and say hi so we can welcome you to the community. And also, this was part of the Beginner's Junk Journal series. We're just about finished with our Reader's Digest. So if you're playing along, you might want to find your golden book. That's going to be the next journal while we're home. And so the Beginner's Junk Journal series is every weekday at 4 o'clock. I also do a video every day at 10:30, and those are for the challenge that we have each month or other videos. So we have a new challenge starting June 1st. Our May challenge is going to conclude. The deadline is May 31st. And we'd love to have you. So find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and remember the schedule just in case they don't tell you. Have an amazing day. Thanks for being here. Bye. Bye-bye. Don't forget to hit like and check out one of these videos because YouTube really likes that and it helps my channel. Bye-bye.